Presidents, dear citizens in the United Kingdom, I don't know how often during the last years we discussed on this vote going to come soon, probably. And nobody doubts that this vote is the vote of the citizens of the United Kingdom. But since it is about the European Union, it matters for all of us. And to be honest, I sometimes don't know whether in the United Kingdom everybody is aware of the fact that the result of the vote will matter for millions of citizens across the European Union. So you decide in the United Kingdom, but I think it's very important that you know that the majority of citizens across the European Union, not only the Germans, want the UK to stay in the European Union. So how to achieve an honest exchange on this issue in between citizens of UK and citizens in the European Union? For me, it's also, since we discussed recently on Poland, before we discussed on Hungary, before we had years on discussions on values of the European Union in the context of Greece and the Euro crisis, for me it's again one of those moments where we have really to talk Europe, to talk about Europe, where we came from, for example. And this is very simple to say. We really came from war. We achieved peace. And so looking to the east, looking to the south, looking to our neighborhood, don't forget what we really achieved. Where are we? So looking to the Minsk agreement, looking to the Iran deal, looking to the climate deal achieved in Paris recently. So the European strength is visible again and again. Looking to challenges still ahead, Syria, growing terrorism, soon probably 100 million of refugees globally. So what you really say in the UK, all those challenges you will deal better with outside of the European Union. So sorry, you shout, but shouting is not at all about arguments. Yesterday my colleague Smith from UK, from Scotland, he said, let's look, so the wood and not only the trees. So let's become serious about what keeps us together. I have one idea. I don't know whether it's a too small idea or it's maybe not convincing, but when I go home to my region, and I can't go often, I sit together with my neighbors. I have a cup of tea. We are talking about our gardens and we are talking about Europe. And so let's be honest, there must be more exchange in between the citizens of UK and us. And so invite us for this famous cup of tea. Let's create possibilities before the vote to really talk about lilies, about roses. I like to do it as a gardener. I really appreciate the Britons as the nation of gardeners, but let's create true situations to talk about us, about the Britons and about Europe. Thank you for your attention.
Frau Harms.
Mrs. Harms.
Der Earl of Dartmouth hat
The
eine
Earl
Frage an
of
Sie.
Dartmouth has a question for you.
Thank you very much for taking the question. What Donald Tusk, the President of the Council, has described as the UK's emergency brake on benefits requires a majority in the European Parliament. Will you and your group be voting for the emergency brake on benefits?
So you can be sure that especially my colleague Jean Lambert, as she always did, will try to achieve as at its best social responsibility on the European level. The idea of the social Europe has its cradle in my group, and Jean Lambert, well known also in the UK context. You can trust in her that she takes care of all the social issues.
Vielen Dank.